Before I begin, pay attention to all our guests. Please make sure your internet connection is at its peak. Please be ready as the webinar will start soon. Your cooperation is much appreciated. For those who want to ask questions, state the question in the chat box with your full name, followed by your question. Assalamualaikum and hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to webinar Unity in Diversity. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Syafiq Idham from University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. I will be responsible for the webinar today. I am glad as today our theme is arts and culture. As we know, Malaysia is a country known for its cultural diversity. It's also the place that has caught the world's eye for its beauty, which is why it attracts a huge number of tourists. The Malaysian population consists of Indian, Chinese, and native Malaysian people. Moreover, the native of Malaysia, known as Malay, also reside in other parts of other world. This is why today's webinar enlightens the audience about various cultural values and make us unite together. Maybe I talk too much, right? Okay, without further ado, let me introduce our panel one and only, Datuk Dr. AINATUL IZZAH, Unity Advisor, Ministry of National Unity Malaysia. Hi Datuk.
Hi, thank you.
Our next panel is CEO of Malaysian Chinese Muslim Association, MACMA, Datin NURSHUHADA. Welcome Datin.
Hi, Syafiq. Hi, everyone.
And last but not least, our Professor Madya Dr. Nur INTAN WAHIDAH, Senior Lecturer of University Pendidikan Sultan Idris. Hi from.
Hi, Syafiq. Thank you for inviting.
Dear panelists, are you ready?
Yes.
Great, so we shall begin now. Alright, Doctor, I have a question. According to you, as the representative from Malay races, what kind of arts and culture can unite Malaysians? The floor is yours.
Alright, thank you to Mr. Moderator. Let me start this forum by stating my point of view to this question. So, we all know that Malaysia is a multicultural country, containing many different ethnicities, languages, and religions. People from each ethnicity have generally retained their ancestral culture and customs, and as a result of this, Malaysian society accommodates a rich variety of lifestyles, beliefs, and values. And so, arts and music have a long tradition in Malaysia, with Malay art exists since the Malay Sultanate. And traditional art that center on fields such as carving, silversmithing, and weaving. However, Islamic taboos restricted artwork depicting humans until the mid-20th century, when only Chinese and Indian did this kind of artwork. Culture has helped us to foster a sense of meaning and identity. It also can expand our horizons, place contemporary challenges within a historical frame, and inspire us to imagine a better future. So, move on to the next point. Malaysia is well known for its rich history and exquisite handicraft. Due to a mixed-in culture and a number of tribes who have settled in Malaysia, the Malaysia handicraft has displayed a mix of the same. You can see the mix of different culture of the handicraft. Embedded in Malay culture, batik is one of the oldest forms of craft in the world. Batik is a form of art that transforms a simple white cloth into a vibrant colors using wax resist dyeing techniques. The most popular kind of motif that has been used are leaves and flowers. Malay batik does not depict the humans and animals, since it is against the beliefs of Islam, although butterflies are a common exception. This form of art has been over the years and developed its individuality. This batik also has been blended in Malaysia so that it is being used by everyone, including Indian and Chinese. So from here, This is how we can see that everyone has accepted other races, culture, and arts, and even practice and use them in their daily life. Every handicraft here has a tale to tell and a reason behind why it is the way it is. Other than that, the most familiar to us, which is baju kurung, is also one of the traditional costumes for the Malay community, which has become a custom for their ancestor. A traditional baju kurung consists of a loose-fitting blouse with a button at the top and skirt, but the baju kurung in Malaysia has been adapted and inspired according to the latest fashion trends. The baju kurung is worn by women across all races for any official government event or for any educational institution. The reason for this could most probably because this outfit could be considered the most comfortable and also the most modest as well. If you want it to be fancy, for example, weddings, there are countless wedding baju kurung designs, or if you want to wear it on a day-to-day basis, you could also find many different of designs of simple baju kurungs to match your vibe and aesthetic. Even in schools, we can see that students wearing baju kurung despite different culture and races. And this situation really shows us that culture and art has united us Malaysians truly. Right, that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that to Dr. Aina. What I can say is that is make us unite because of our country is well known for its rich history and exquisite handicraft. Arts and music have a long tradition in Malaysia, with Malay art dating back to the Malay Sultanates. Embedded in Malay culture, batik is one of the oldest form of craft in the world. Yeah, of course, if you see that batik art has been blended in Malaysia, so it is being used by everyone, including Indian and Chinese. I guess not only in Malaysia, but it has been famed internationally. I agree with you, Dr. Doctor, that arts including one factor that unite us as Malaysians. My next question to Dr. NURSHUHADA. Can you share? Can you tell me what influenced Chinese culture and art?
Thank you, moderator, for the question. Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. What I can tell about Chinese art and culture is very interesting because they have many beliefs, customs, and traditions that make them unique. Art was very important to Chinese culture. It was a way to express or symbolize emotions. Chinese art and painting have been influenced by Chinese philosophies of Buddhism, Confucianism, and particularly Taoism, which seeks to show a sense of harmony between humans and the larger world. This allows painters to work their personal feelings and emotions into how they represent a landscape, such as the name of the Luo River is the most famous art in China. Next, we go to what influenced Chinese culture. Chinese culture actually is deeply influenced by Confucianism. Confucius is revered for teaching doctrines key to Chinese culture. Confucianism places a heavy emphasis on the importance of respect for rulers, family, and social harmony. It's national philosophy, but also a religious system of belief. Like we know that Chinese New Year, also known as Lunar New Year or Spring Festival, is the most important festival in China and also the famous culture there. Chinese New Year is the festival that celebrates the beginning of a new year on the traditional lunisolar. Chinese calendar, it was traditionally a time to honor deity as well as ancestors, and it has also become a time to feast and to visit family members. Yes, I think that's all a little bit of info from me about what influenced Chinese art and culture. So yeah, this is from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. NURSHUHADA, for the sharing. It is so interesting to know about Chinese art and culture. What I can conclude is that Chinese art history encompasses all the visual arts originating in China and produced by them. Chinese cultures and artists. It is marked by many different types ranging from Neolithic poetry to calligraphy, painting, poetry, porcelain, bronze work, jade carving, and many others. Alright, let's continue to our next panel, Prof. Intan Wahida. In your point of view, can you share a little bit of Indians' art and culture?
Hi, Assalamualaikum. First of all, I would like to thank the moderator for the questions. Much of the Indian unique culture and art are stemmed from Hindus who brought their traditions to Malaysia, and the tradition remains strong in the Indian community even to this day. The Indian famous culture include Deepavali. In Malaysia, Deepavali is called as Hari Diwali. Deepavali is one of the biggest celebrations that celebrate the festival of light. It is celebrated in October or November each year. People celebrate Deepavali as a festival representing the beginnings and victory of good over evil. It means the light that took over the dark. On this special day, ethnic Hindu will go to the temple to send prayers and worship the divine. In this festival, firecrackers are also set off to scare evil spirits away just like the other celebration in Malaysia. And yeah, Deepavali is one of the great occasions for people of every races and religions to come together and celebrate culture over tasty food and colorful decorations. For art, there is an Indian folk art known as kolam. They are usually made during Deepavali or any other festival. The name itself, when translated, means row of colors. They are bright decorative design made at the entrance of a home and can be made from a variety of materials including live straw, colored rice and sand or even flower petals. The patterns range from the simplest geometrical design to the most elaborate detailed shapes and impressions. The design is indeed amazing, as much effort and skills are needed to create a colorful column. You can also see the beautiful column at the entrance of shopping malls during the week before Deepavali. And yes, those are some of the famous Indian art and culture in Malaysia. Thank you. Back to moderator.
Oh wow, that is cool. My man says that Deepavali has the biggest celebration that celebrate the festival of light. Not only that, for artwork known as kolam, are bright decorative design made at the entrance at the home. They can be made from the variety of materials including colored rice flour, flower petals, or even colored sand. I guess I am not alone. We here might wonder, what do you think that makes us as Malaysian unite despite the differences? What is your opinion? Panels? Maybe Datuk Dr. Aina may start first.
Alright, thank you for giving me this chance to answer. As we already know that Malaysia is able to unite despite the unique differences, and this is because the values that Malaysian practice, which are tolerance and supporting. So Malaysians are exposed to different cultures since they are kids, and that makes them too easy to understand and respect each other differences. And not only they respect and tolerate with each other, but they are also supporting, which they also celebrate and practice the customs together. For example, such as Chinese New Year, Ramadan Harvest Festival, and all Eid Mubarak, and so on. Right, that's all for me.
How about your opinion, Latin?
Okay, in my opinion, we all have to learn to live together in this world and in this country and get along together. Part of this means taking to people who do not look the same or speak the same language. At the end of the day, we are all human, and a difference in skin tone or language does not take this away from us. While we all should be proud of our cultures and share that makes them unique with each other, it will be counterproductive to have them cause discord among people who are otherwise the same. And yes, I think that makes us as Malaysian unite despite the differences. Okay, back to the moderator.
How about our last panels, Professor Madia Dr. Intan?
For me, the differences and diversity is what makes us Malaysian. This can be proven by the choice of food we choose to eat every day. For example, Indians' famous cuisine is roti canai, and sometimes it could be naan cheese. For the Chinese, I think their best dishes was Hainanese chicken rice. And Malay is famous for dishes such as asam pedas and masak lemak cili api. And as a Malaysian, we basically just eat everything that suits our taste bud, right? It doesn't matter who makes the food. The only thing that matters is the taste. As an example, for breakfast, we might eat roti canai with teh tarik. For lunch, we can eat wonton with prawn mee. And for dinner, plain rice with asam pedas will definitely complete the day. And that's how Malaysian is made. We learn to accept and adapt with the differences, and that's what makes us unite. I think that's all for me. Thank you. Back to moderator.
Thank you for all the panels for the informative and interesting talk. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now we move to the question and answer session. There will be two questions only. As a reminder, don't forget to mention your name followed by your question in the chat box. Alright, we have the first question from Sarah Wahidah. She asks about, is diversity a strength or a weakness to us Malaysian? Dr. Aina may answer for that question, please.
Alright, thank you, Mr. Moderator, for reading that question, and thank you for audience for asking that question. Right. For me, diversity is indeed a strength to us Malaysians. This is because foreigners that visit our country are often surprised at how open and friendly we are, making them to feel like they are at home. Our diversity makes us to tolerant of each other, and also we are exposed to other races and cultures on daily basis. And of course, not to forget, not only we have many different cuisines, but we also have been able to fuse them together to create a foodie paradise in Malaysia. And this is one of the attraction we have as Malaysian. Although sometimes our unity are challenged, we always able to come together as one due to our mutual respect. Okay, thank you.
We have the
That
last
answers the
question
question.
from Binti Muhammad. She asks about, how can we maintain unity in our society? Datin may able to answer to give her opinion, please.
Yes, of course, Syafiq. Alright, thank you, moderator, and to those who asked. How do we maintain unity in our society? I think first you should greet everyone, especially new or unfamiliar members. Take time to learn their names and something about them. Second, avoid jokes or comments that may be offensive. Next, build genuine friendship with every race. Last but not least, respect others' culture and tradition. Yeah, that's all I think. I hope that I answered the question.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our webinar. Before I end the session, let me share a quote from St. John McCain. He said, despite our differences, much more unites us than divide us. I would like to say thanks again to panels for the wonderful and amazing talk, and to the audience for active participation. Hopefully, today's sharing session will be beneficial to everybody. Thank you, your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Syafiq.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and